Welcome to IEL Grammar. Today we are discussing used to and be used to. So our lesson focus here is first of all the meaning of be used to and be accustomed to, then the difference between these two forms, and then we'll talk about how to form questions using be used to and be accustomed to. So the first thing we have to think about is that be used to and be accustomed to essentially have the same meaning. Be used to is used more commonly in spoken language, and be accustomed to is more often used in formal or written language. So the meaning of be used to or be accustomed to is we use this to talk about something that we are familiar with because we have done it often, or something that is normal to us. So for example, I am used to canoeing in a pond, or I am accustomed to canoeing in a pond. They both essentially have the same meaning, and they both mean that it's normal for me to go canoeing in a pond. Now, maybe not in a river, that would be totally different than going in a pond, but they are accustomed to at least canoeing in a pond. So be is a conjugated verb, so we have to change it when we use be used to or be accustomed to. We have to say I am accustomed to or you are used to. Okay, so here's some examples. I am not used to canoeing in the pond. You are not used to canoeing in the pond. He, she, or it is not accustomed to canoeing in the pond. And we, you, or they are not accustomed to canoeing in the pond. Now, used to is a little bit, very different actually than be used to. So we have the form used to plus a base verb. We use used to plus a base form to talk about something that happened or was true in the past but is no longer true in the present. So for example, Lampros used to be an IELP student. Now he is a culinary arts instructor. So Lampros was a student in the past, and it wasn't just for one day or a quick instance or something, but over a period of time, right? That's why we use used to. And then so now he's a culinary arts instructor. So that has changed. It's no longer true. The difference between be used to and a gerund and be used to plus a base verb is, quite simply, when we use be used to plus a gerund, again, it's to talk about something that is normal or regular to us, that we're accustomed to. And be used, or just used to, is to talk about something that happened or was true in the past, but is no longer true in the present. So our examples, he is used to canoeing in the pond. Note, if you use be, then ing. Okay, so watch for the be, that's the important thing here. If you're not using be in the beginning between the subject and the verb, right here where the mouse is kind of moving, then it's just going to be the base form. So he used to be an IELP student. Not anymore, he used to be. Notice in the example on the left side of be used to plus a gerund, he is canoeing in the pond, that he's familiar with the above action because he does that often and it's normal to him. But in this case, on the right, he studied at Moraine Valley, but now he's an instructor. The first fact was true in the past, but it's no longer true now. So this student is not used to going outside for class. He is excited. So what are we saying here? Is this past, like he used to go outside but he doesn't go out anymore? Or is it that he is not accustomed to going outside? So if you said the latter, you are correct. He's not accustomed to going outside for class, therefore he can barely contain his excitement. That's the IELP garden, by the way. So questions with be used to plus a gerund. So in an affirmative statement, we would say he is used to canoeing in the pond. But in a question, we just switch the subject and the verb there. So is he used to canoeing in the pond? If we have be accustomed to in a gerund, it's the same thing. So they are accustomed to canoeing in the pond. We can do the old switcheroo. So are they accustomed to canoeing in the pond? Do you think they have gotten used to canoeing? Take a look at this verb form. Now we're using the present perfect. So as we increase our knowledge of used to and be used to, we can add other verb forms to it to express different meanings. Well, thank you much for your attention.